Hello again, YouTube. Video 2 that I promised to upload on Christmas. This is Krenos43, and with this video, we are going to be comparing the Pathfinder role-playing game here with Dungeons & Dragons. Needless to say, I'm not comparing prices, because the Pathfinder, this book here cost me $50. This one cost me $75 because it's the limited edition one. It's got a really cool certificate of authenticity in the back, celebrating 30 years of D&D. Now, the idea behind this was that Pathfinder was made in 2009. 2009? Yeah, I think so. 2009. As a way to continue the 3.5 rules for the most part, because D&D had already gone to 4th edition for about a year at that point. And they wanted to bring it, sort of, make it more simplified in a way also. Just going to compare a few things. Not going to sit here and be like, I'm not going to go through all the core classes, all the races. No. This would be like a 3-hour video. And while I currently have unlimited upload time, I don't feel like spending 3 hours doing this, especially since, as of right now, it is 4 in the morning. But what I will do is I'll do like little snippets. Okay. The main thing that they did with Pathfinder is that they tried to avoid cookie cutter. And I'll show you the big differences, big reasons on how they did it. But I think the best way to start would be with the races. Every race that isn't a half-breed was given 2 +2s and 1 -2 for abilities. I'll use Dwarf as the example. They got a +2 to Constitution and Wisdom and a -2 to Charisma. So, not only can fighters make good, or not only can dwarves make good fighters, but now they make pretty decent clerics. And still crappy bards.
Glad that one's over.
I had no idea what the heck that was. And, whereas with 3.5, they don't get the bonus to Wisdom. Now, for the half-breeds and humans, they get +2 to 1 stat. Half-elves and humans didn't get that before. And half-orcs, I believe, got something like +2 to Strength, -2 Intelligence, -2 Charisma. Yeah, +2 Strength, -2 Intelligence, -2 Charisma. They're half-orcs. That means they're also half-human. Now, progression, and character advancement is a little slower, just a tad. To hit level 20 in Dungeons & Dragons, you need 190,000 experience points. By the time you hit level 20, you will have 7 feats and 5 ability increases. Because you get a feat at 1st level, 3rd level, and every 3 levels afterwards. And ability increase at 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Now, character advancement is a little slower in Pathfinder. And by slower, I mean you hit level 20. There's 3 XP progression, slow, medium, fast, depends on the power creep you want for your game. But even the fast progression, you don't hit level 20 till you have 2.4 million experience points. And by the time you hit level 20, you'll still have 5 ability increases, but you'll get 10 feats. Because you get one at 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9, and so on like that. And, of course, the big comparison to use to show the different power creep is by showing you the iconic fighting class. In D&D 3.5, all you got were feats. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Whoopity-doo. I can't explain it. I just got to show it. Every level, the fighter gets something. He does get the bonus feats at 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, so on. But he also gets armor training, weapon training, bravery. Basically what it is he can start becoming more flexible in armor, and he can start getting, and in the case of weapon training, let me find it. You choose a group of weapons, and you get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with those. And since it's an unnamed bonus, it stacks with magic items. At 19th level, he gets damage reduction of 5 when he's wearing armor or using a shield. And at 20th level, he chooses one weapon, and it auto-crits. When you roll to see if when you make your attack roll, if it is in critical threat range, you automatically critical hit, which is pretty cool. Now, while we're on the subject of experience points, let me go straight to the big thing. It does not cost XP to make magic items, and it does not cost XP to cast spells in Pathfinder. That was one of the big things when it came to making a character, or when it came to making a caster, in Pathfinder, because, or it did, sorry, a little early, because if you want it, because even like scribing a scroll cost experience points to do. And in a party, you'd end up like 5, 6, 7 levels behind everybody else by the time you're 20th level, because you're constantly making magic items for other people. And truthfully, that really wasn't, fair for the character. So let's take the iconic spell Wish. When you think wizards, you think Wish. When you get to the level that you can cast it. Wish in 3.5 has a verbal component and an XP component. XP cost. The minimum XP for casting Wish is 5,000. When a Wish duplicates a spell that has an XP cost, you must pay 5,000, or that cost, whichever is more. When a Wish creates or improves a magic item, you must pay twice the normal XP for crafting or improving the item, plus an additional 5,000. 5,000 XP is like, it's like a fourth of a level. I don't think it's honestly worth it. But that's me. Whereas Wish here has a verbal component, a somatic component, and a very expensive material component. A diamond worth 25,000 gold. that's a little more tolerable. 25,000 gold by the time you're 17th level. What's that, a drop in the bucket? Now, the one more big thing, skills. Both editions, both versions, have class and cross-class skills. With this one, you got X amount times 4 at first level, and then you'd get a certain amount every level afterwards. To put a rank in a skill, you had to spend 1 skill point for a class skill, 2 for a cross-class, which meant that you were always a little behind with cross-class skills. Like with a wizard, if you wanted to put ranks in, I'm going to say, escape artist, it would cost you twice as many. This version did away with that nonsense. 1 skill point, 1 rank. The only difference is that you get an automatic +3 to a stat if you put a rank in it and as a class skill. It makes taking certain prestige classes a lot easier here because, like, Assassin, since it's 1 skill point for 1 rank, you could theoretically be any class and get into Assassin. And you get X amount of ranks every level instead of like 2 plus intelligence modifier times 4 at first and then 2 plus intelligence modifier afterwards. Anyway, those are the big differences. There's a lot of little teeny tiny ones mixed in there, which are far too many. But the one more huge thing, this game's been out for 2 years and is nowhere near as convoluted or as clusterfuckish as this was in 2 years, because Pathfinder has only released 4 books with 20 level classes in it in 2 years. 4 books that I'm aware of. Let me put it like that. This, in 2 years, in the first 2 years, released like 7 or 8 that had classes, race, feats, spells, magic items. It drove me nuts. Anyway, that is that. Hope you guys have a happy holidays. If you have any questions about either of these videos, hit me up in the comments section. Hit me up in the inbox. Just don't hit me. Take care. Peace out.